At 8 o'clock in the morning of January 31st, the sisters stood in the street outside Templeton's carpet factory. It was bitterly cold, and as they hesitated, Maeve's feet began to lose all feeling. Kate clutched her hand as they hovered near a black door with a glass panel at the top. Maeve's lips moved and she whispered, "Office." Almost dragging her sister, she pushed open the heavy door. Inside, the light was poor, gas lamps making shadows so dense that it was almost impossible to see a high wooden counter. And they jumped when a voice barked out of the gloom. "Right, here. What do you want?" A man, almost hidden from view by the height of his barrier, leaned over to peer down at the girls. Maeve froze. "Come on, what is it? I haven't got all day. Speak." A leathery brown face appeared. "Is it work? Is that it?" Maeve swallowed. "Yes, sir." The man vanished and they heard him laugh. "Another pair of starving colleens, eh?" Suddenly the counter opened as if by magic and the man arrived beside them. Painfully aware of their ragged appearance, Maeve's face burned as he stood, arms folded, subjecting them to a detailed scrutiny. She felt like a horse at Wicklow market. He was no taller than the girls, with stringy grey hair and wet lips. He reached out, and she shrank at the thought that he was about to touch them, but he merely gestured at their bodies. "No much meat there, eh?" Kate burst into tears and the man stepped back, hands raised. Now, calm down, lassie. I don't mean you any harm. Come on, follow me." A cap appeared from somewhere and he jammed it on his head as he pulled open the door and stepped out, Maeve and Kate following. Maeve whispered to Kate, "Shh, shh. Love, it'll be all right. You'll see." The man turned the corner of the building into a yard with several sheds. Bales of fibre were being unloaded from a cart, while the horse slobbered into a nosebag. 2 men were working there, and the younger one, a tall dark-haired fellow, whistled and shouted, "What have you got there, Mr. Gallowgate? A couple of lovely fillies." Kate bent her head and the man looked over his shoulder. "Pay them no mind. Fools. If you gave them brains, they'd put them in a piece." He pushed at another door and took them inside. "This is the packing shed. Could you manage this, do you think?" In the greyish light coming from a glass roof, a number of girls and women were handling carpets of various sizes, rolling them, fastening them into canvas and stacking them on a wooden platform. The sound of machinery was coming from somewhere beyond the room, and there was an oily smell which caught at the throat. A storm of dust swam around them, and Maeve sneezed as her eyes began to sting. "Wool fibres. Now, see here." He beckoned to a woman who was walking around the shed carrying a ledger. "Mr. Gallagher." "Aye, Bridget. Here's 2 new starts for you. What do you think?" "Ha," she said, as the man turned to go. "We'll see." She was a big woman with a rough complexion and a scar which ran from her mouth to her right eye. Kate pressed against Maeve. "Where are you from?" "Wicklow." "Aye. Names?" "Maeve and Kathleen O'Donnell." She wrote in her ledger. "Just off the boat?" Maeve nodded. She pointed her pencil at Kate. "Can this one no speak?" Still sniffing, Kate said, "To be sure I can." "Right." The pencil turned to Maeve. "Can you read?" Maeve felt herself reddening. "A little." "And you?" Kate shook her head. She sighed. "Might have known it. Ignorant as pigs, O'Doherty." She looked around the shed for a moment, then she said, "Come with me." Maeve was assigned to help a couple of women roll a large carpet for packing. It was frighteningly large, and she had to take a deep breath and smile at the women who were already working with it.